y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Catch That, where we talk about R&B topics, history, and artists and albums and all the things with people who love the culture and who are experts on the culture. I am Naturally Elise, and that is my brother.
JR.
And we are the R&B representatives, and we are welcoming the third R&B representative to us today, in spirit anyway. Well, sometimes in body and physical, but our sister, you know her, we know her, y'all love her, we love her. That is the good sis, Chasity Buckley. Hey, boo.
Hey guys, what's going on? How y'all doing? Thank you so much for getting me on the show. Thank you, thank you.
Come on now. Didn't she call you the R&B, the third one? So we really?
I guess I am honorary.
Yeah. I'm gonna do like JR. Own it. Own it.
Why y'all call me Dart Jr.? I was waiting for that one.
Oh, true. That's another one.
You got all kind of nicknames, you know.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You also like Young Soul Queen, but anyway.
What? Ain't finna get Kamani to come cut me. No.
Well, he the king.
He the king. Yes, you the queen.
Like on the water, you come at the king, you better not miss. But
Thank you.
We are so happy to have you here, and we're gonna skip all the formalities and all of that because people should know you by now, but you can also tell people about yourself at the end. How about you tell JR?
Yes.
Tell us what album we're going to be talking about and why that it's important that we talk about it.
All right, so we will be discussing Boyz II Men 2 album. Now I have mine, but yeah, I wish that, but them two have it. I have the promo, but they have it. And we really gonna get to this because when you talk about R&B music, 2 is an album that you have to discuss. Like if you're not discussing the 2 album, it's a very important album in R&B for real. Chastity wanted to definitely talk about it, so we're gonna definitely talk about every song. Y'all know at the end of the day, nobody talks about an album like us. Like they just don't. So at the end of the day, this is gonna be a fun episode, all that good stuff. But y'all know we talked about Cooley Eye Harmony with our brother T Harris. And we went in on that album. Yo, y'all check that out for real. So we really don't want to be like how everybody was introduced to Boyz II Men. So what I'm gonna ask you guys is, once the Cooley High Harmony era was ended and we got into the road, what did you think then of Boyz II Men? As you think they changed, or did the brand change, or what did you think, Chastity, after hearing End of the Road?
Well, I'm gonna be honest because guys, I'm the baby of the group. All three of us, I'm the baby. So I was born in '89.
Thanks a lot. But go ahead.
That's Auntie Baby right there.
Right. Well, I can be honest. So I would say for me in the 2000s is the first time I heard End of the Road. And I was like, y'all, I love this song. It was my song. Through the years, I've been hearing from a lot of the older people that's older than me, like, oh my God, this is my graduation song. I'm like, End of the Road is your graduation song? I had no clue it was so big and huge at the time because I know y'all would know more than I would about how big the song had gotten. So when I first heard it, I was infatuated with it. I loved it. I love Boyz II Men because I was introduced to them from the Evolution album.
Mm-hmm.
But people with that, like I love End of the Road. And I felt for me, when I got to understand who they were as a group, even though, they kind of like, kind of took a break in the 2000s a little bit, I kind of seen maybe a little bit of change, but I felt like they had that soul. So they always had the soul in them with music. But maybe I think when they crossed over the End of the Road, because we all know that, when they broke the Beatles record, Elvis record, that was huge for at the time. Mm-hmm. I felt that, maybe a little bit of change, but I felt like for me, they were always R&B. Maybe got more pop and more crossover, but as in like maybe singing wise, no. But like I said, I think y'all would know more than I would because I was just a baby when they kind of like grew up. So I don't really too much know about at the time, but I would feel like maybe more pop, I guess, with their songs. But for me, I just felt like they were R&B. So maybe just a little pop,
As much as people say that 2 is this pop thing, I don't hear it
at all.
I don't either.
It was pop in the sense, well, it's pop in the true definition of the word popular.
Thank you, Elise.
But at that time, there was, of what was popular, there was a sound, and I don't think I don't feel like it was their sound. I feel like it was the people that came after them and bit them
Mhm.
that was their sound, and then that's why it gets all lumped together. But
Yeah.
you know, I love my people. I do fight the power. However, when somebody in our world gets really huge,
Mhm.
a lot of people turn on them.
Ugh, and I
A
hate that.
lot of people, and
That's where I'm
it
going.
is so weird, and it doesn't just happen with music and actors and no, I'm talking about regular ass people like me.
Yep.
You do good, and you'll have people like down it or, you know,
Yeah.
when we were kids. Oh, if you smart in school, oh, you think you white? No, I think I'm a smart ass black girl. That's the fuck I think. I'm
Thank
about black
you.
as they
Come
motherfucking
on.
come. Nah, that ain't it. That
Period.
ain't it. Have you met me one time? But
Mm, please.
you
Thank
know,
you.
and it was that. It was like, oh, you old smarty art nigga. You know, oh, you old pop pop pop. No,
Yeah.
those pop people that stay in the pop lane copied them, and then they became forever associated with that watered down shit that people after them did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, is
No,
it different from Cooley High Harmony? Yes.
yeah,
Ain't you supposed to change and evolve and do
Yeah.
different things and try stuff out? And honestly, the album cuts sound like Cooley High Harmony. The album cuts,
Mm,
it's the singles that have a different sound to them,
mm-hmm.
and only slightly different. But we'll get to
very.
Slight,
that.
slight, because and I agree. I think what happened, and you hit it on the head, sis. I think when End of the Road came out, that's when Boys and Men became superstars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because before then, it was like, yeah, they were big. You know what I'm saying? That was with the, you know, the Jodeci and all that comparison stuff. But once they came with End of the Road and it blew up the way it did, it was like they ended. They were somewhere else. They went into orbits after that. And like
Yeah.
you said, that's the blueprint that these white groups took and ran with it. Because they
Yep.
didn't
And
run with them. Huh?
we ain't saying this from a place of hate. They
No.
said it.
They
Them
said it.
groups, they didn't allude to it. They said it. Okay, go
They
ahead.
Yes. So check the documentaries that they did. That's what Backstreet Boys said. That's what NSYNC said. That's what 98 Degrees. They took what they saw from End of the Road and took it from there. They
Yep.
wasn't doing stuff when they was doing the Please Don't Go and This Is My Heart and Motown Philly.
Yeah.
They wasn't taking from that. They took from End of the Road when they became
Mhm.
huge. And like you said, our people kind of look at them as sellouts. They were
Yeah.
the sellouts. Was it all over the place? Yes. Did I get tired of it? Yes. But it's an R&B record. It
Yeah.
just is what it is, and it was popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our music always really be popular, and they take anyway.
Catch
And
it.
do, and do, and do.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay. So it bothered me when we kind of left them. So I feel like with Boys and Men with two, you know, even before that, when they did that Christmas album, and they did, you know, Let It Snow with Brian, and and they did it with him. I think they wanted to let us know, like, y'all, we're still us. We're still us. You know what I'm saying? That Christmas album was nothing but blackety black, like Cooley Eye Harmony was. You know what I mean? But then it was just, hey, they were just big. They were huge. You can't help that. And I think that's what we don't get into the game just to be, you don't want to make money. You want to make money. And if you're going to make money with crossover appeal, go ahead. Because they was out here, too. Jodeci and them done said it so many times. We wish we was making the money they were.
But you know what, bro? And you saying that because for me, like, and I love that y'all were saying about Backstreet Boys, like Brian from Backstreet Boys, during the Millennium album, he said that this was the blueprint. Two was the blueprint for Millennium. And I'm like, because he was like, everything they did from Two, we love it. You know, we bigged it up, like we love the way it sounds. But like I don't understand what our people, like you said, I don't understand why Jodeci, if Jodeci can give them love and praise, why our own people can't give them love and praise? And that's what kind of throws me a lot because people feel like, okay, you're catering to white folks, which is not true. Everybody, like if you live here on Bending Knee, and we'll get to that, it sounds like rock for you, don't it? With they begging and eating, right?
All this stuff is R&B for real. It ain't pop, like,
a,
at all. The only
There's
reason
a lot of Jodeci-esque similarities in this album, but we'll get to that.
plenty.
And people missed it. They missed it. At least they missed it.
So all right. So after that, so y'all heard "I'll Make Love to You" for the first time.
Oh Lord, I'm sorry.
When you heard it for the first time, because it came out in the summer, July 26th, if I'm not mistaken. I would know that very well because 3 days is very important. But but after that, it was like when y'all heard that song. Okay, so when you heard "I'll Make Love to You," what did you think?
You asking me or Lisa?
Yeah, you.
Baby, I about died. Let me say, I about died, y'all, when I heard that. Because this was around the time, okay. So, like I said, I heard them after Evolution. So they would have their greatest hits and all that stuff. You know, they'll play all their old school hits.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, when I heard "I'll Make Love to You," I cut up because I love that song. It was a beautiful, beautiful. I love the video, even though the video looked kind of weird. You know, it had Dwayne, and I was like, okay, this is very interesting. It had him. I'm like, okay, this is like a storyline they try to put out. And I was like, okay, cool. But when I heard those harmonies and I heard those vocals, I was like, oh my God, it's just R&B ballad-esque. I just love "I'll Make Love to You." And I think when YA goes off, "Baby Tonight Is the Night," that really, really like kind of sucked me in. So "I'll Make Love to You" for me, even though, you know, it broke the record, the Beatles record, Elvis Presley, like it's huge. But I mean, it's crazy because the Beatles, you know, the last song is a Beatles record, which is so weird because even though they beat the record of the Beatles, they still kind of paid homage to the Beatles in that way at the end of the song. But "I'll Make Love to You," I cut up. I think I was like maybe 10 when I heard this. I was like, I love this song. I know it was nasty, but I was like, oh, it's so beautiful. Talking about "I'm gonna concentrate on you." I'm like, all right, Wanya, all right, okay. But for me, I just loved it. And I think for me, for it to break records and people to look at "I'll Make Love to You" to sing. I mean, Usher, hell, Mario got his record deal from this song. You know, I mean, this song really, really has captivated people from all walks of life. And I feel like for Mario to sing this song when he got his record deal from J Records, Usher sung this song for talent shows. It go to show this was like I guess, I don't know if it's a talent show song, but, you know, everybody would sing this song to really, really, you know, get to where they got.
So, you know, so you went that way, and I'm glad that you did, sis, because even when I heard it, I rolled my eyes because I was like, oh God, it's in the road-ish. Like, here we go. Like, come on. All right, got it. That's why when I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, this is Babyface. I know it, right?
Mm.
So, yes, like you said, they broke the Beatles record and all of that. But you know what bothers me? And that's why I don't fool with Grammys like that. How is this this song was 14 weeks at #1 for the biggest record of the year, but don't win record of the year at the Grammy?
Stupid.
The biggest record ever at the time. It was the biggest record at the time, and they didn't win. Y'all now it's cute. Sheryl Crow, "All I Want to Do Is Have Fun" is cute. It's cute, but it wasn't topping Boyz II Men. "I'll
No,
Make Love to You." Are you kidding me? So
no.
that's why I be like, and then they let
Yeah.
them win in R&B categories. That's why I be telling our people, as much as y'all think that we sell out, they still show us that we're black because they let us win in R&B categories. They don't let us win in pop categories.
Nope.
And I didn't like that. At least it was another unescapable fucking song to this day that won. No, I'm with you, but I'm like, at least it wasn't one of those Grammys they give people because they should have gave them one 30 years ago. So when
Right.
they put out their little raggedy little shit, they got to give it to them to make
Like
up
when Ray
for
Charles
lost time.
won and beat Mariah.
Yeah, the Ray Charles, and then one year was like Crosby,
Oh,
Stills,
was
and
you
Nash
too?
or something like that, and
Yes.
those types. But it was, yeah.
Yeah, so
But
it's just
I agree with you though.
yeah. I know. It just was like, come on, y'all. Like this song was the big, and so that's why they try to move the goalposts with us.
Yeah.
They remove it all the time. That's why I'm like, y'all, we don't sell out. That's what I'm saying, because when we get in front of them, they show us that we black. So it's like, y'all, there's no sellout here. You had Boyz II Men this is 95. They at the Grammy Awards. They have the biggest, they done sold 20 million with this album. They done had all the singles are huge, and y'all won in R&B categories.
It's crazy.
Think about that for a second, y'all. So are we really selling out? No.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
But the crazy part, they had one tweet, they beat their own record. It's weird. It's weird. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's
But I don't like "I Make Love to You" though. I didn't like it then, but I know it. The only part of it I like is "I Make Love to," and then you know, like
Wanya being dramatic. Just Wanya being dramatic. That's what.
But I don't like this song though.
That's why I said I rolled my eyes because it was very
And
end
it's
of
not
the road. It's like, here
revisionist
we go again.
because I didn't like it then. I had the CD. Oh, that post CD. It got bless that CD's art. Cause I read this album, but I always would skip that song. Always.
Well, yeah,
it's understandable.
And technically they're singing good. I just don't like that. I don't. The singing is fine. The words are fine. I don't like the production.
You don't? I love that.
I don't like it.
Oh,
it's bland.
And yeah, it's like a blandness to it. And I needed a little, it needed some Lawry's or some lemon.
Good job.
Vinegar.
Because it got that horn-esque. I thought the little.
Well, yeah, and that's the problem. Like everybody would think, but to me, it just was so bland. You know what I'm saying? Like it comes like
that's a boring horn.
A boring horn.
And it's hard to make a horn boring. It is one of the most exciting instruments to me.
It is.
Because it's loud and boisterous, even if it's playing low, but that ain't low. It's just like
it's dom dom dom. I'm like, close your eyes.
But this is my skip. It's my skip. Yeah. What up, Neutron? Skip.
Clearly it was theirs because they put it all the way to the end of the album. Think about this, y'all. All the big songs are at the end of the album.
Yeah, I mean, have up tempo.
But I actually like the other big songs. I just don't like this.
Yeah, me too. Agreed. Well,
you know, I love you guys, but
so now that this thing was out, now when they got Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis on the album, they got Babyface on the album, they got Troy Taylor back on the album, they got of course Tim and Bob. We don't know who they were at all, and they actually wanted Tim and Bob to do the complete album, to be honest. Yeah. But Motown was like, I don't think so, and I think that was smart because at the end of the road, you needed Babyface back. Like, you could not help it. Like, it made sense. Like, as much as Tim and Bob, they blessed him on this album, because damn it, they did. Don't get me wrong. They blessed him. But it was smart. You needed Babyface, because now I think that the brand had now changed a little bit, because now Babyface gave them this end of the road. Now everybody's expecting that from them. And that's what you wanted. So it made sense. Gerald Busby, RIP to him. It was smart. It was smart because he told them no, and that's why they rebelled with it, because they wanted them, and that's why we only got two. We didn't get them and got them on the back, showing their backs. They like, y'all ain't getting your faces on this joint. Y'all getting the back of us. Like, that's how we feel. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know.
And it makes sense, bro. I'm happy you said that, because when I interviewed my friend from Profile, he was saying the same thing too, about how with them they named their album Nothing But Drama, because there's a lot of meaning in their titles, or just meaning of why the album they feel about an album. And he was saying for us, it was issues and drama with the label, trying to fight for their sound and their voice. So when you have like male groups that's really, really just trying to make a name for themselves, or just trying to have their own experience, of what they want for an album, sometimes they'll meaning in their music, or just have a title just saying that, hey, I have a song called Nothing But Drama, but this was really what's going on behind the scenes. Like, we ain't trying to be, a pop group or maybe an R&B group, but just not even that. We just want to be ourselves and nothing like, machine made, if that makes sense.
Right. Agreed. Okay, so we can get into this album, y'all.
Bop, boom, boom,
so we found with the first joint, Thank You.
Bop,
bop.
You never turn away, you're right there. Okay, love it. Can I thank you? Thank you.
Yes. Turn away, you're right there. And I thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we can say because me and Elise go in on this record when we used to do our lives. Like,
when I say, guys, I love the opening of this album. I love that he gave homage to, I guess, a little bit to, the fans. But I think I think it was about dedication to their mother, being there for them and stuff like that, being like, the forefront for them for being who they are. But I love this. Y'all know I play this every year for Thanksgiving. It's like my Thanksgiving song. Y'all know I got a song for every holiday. But
yes.
but I love this song. I think it's so beautiful. I know Dallas Austin, he was the one that was a part of this.
Yeah.
At the time, it gives that, what I hear, like the Motown feeling continuation.
And it is. And you know why, right? Because at my favorite part, it's like 1 minute and 12 seconds to like 1 minute and 22. It's
okay.
That's Nowhere to Run.
Oh, okay.
They're interpolating Nowhere to Run from Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. So it's Motown-ish. You know what I'm saying? So it was, hello, Motown Philly, yet again. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I love that part. That's my favorite. And I love the video when they're doing it on the stoop. Yep. It's just very Motown-ish. And I was like, I loved it. And like you said, I think the first 2 songs is for the fans. It was for the fans. Like, y'all made us who we are. Like, we are this big because of y'all. And we want to thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? And to have Dallas a part of this, because this is the only joint that Dallas did with him. And you know how Dallas kind of went in on him. You know right. Right. And it was just like, yeah, we did this record. But you couldn't do an album, another album with them without Dallas being on it some way, somehow. He's a big part of the first album. You can't have a second album without them being on it. You know what I mean? It didn't make sense. So
yeah, and I'm one thing of Destiny Child. I love my girl group, my favorite girl group. At the time when they were first coming out, I remember Dwayne when they had the recordings, and then when they first started their first album, they would sing this for warm-up vocals. So you see a baby Beyonce, she's singing Wanye's part.
Being dramatic, it makes sense because Wanye being dramatic and Beyonce was dramatic in the beginning. Girl.
But you can see them actually when the 30th anniversary come, I'm gonna post it. She's definitely giving homage to them. They all were singing 4-part harmony. Yeah.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I love this. I love it. And I love that they started off the album with an up tempo to do something different. Because Cooley High Harmony was, damn, the first 5 songs were ballads. Like the first 5 songs were ballads. You know what I mean? So it's a whole new era now. It's 94. You know what I'm saying? They already gave us a single, I Make Love to You. So it was like, okay, we're gonna start the album off with an up tempo. And then it gave us kind of what we learned from them in the beginning when they started, because the Motown Philly part, everybody loved doo-doo-dum da-da, doo-doo-dum da-da. So they doing that basically with this. So I think that was great. You know what I mean? So I think it was awesome for them to start the album off with an up tempo. You know what I mean? So I think that was great.
Yeah. And I remember them playing the instrumental of this behind, like, when radio people would be talking, like for their promos and stuff. They would be talking, and I remember them playing this instrumental in the background of a lot of radio promos.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why I remember shit like that, but I do.
Yeah, you have said that in so many episodes. So you knew that how big radio was and how much we listened to it. Radio was everything for us. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have online and none of that right now. You know what I mean? So it was like, radio is what you went to. You know what I mean? So you knew the promo, you knew people's promos, you knew who, you know what I'm saying, whose show it was and what promo they used and what song they used. So it was great. I love when Elise said, I just smile because I'll be like, it takes you back to that time. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Okay, so we get to All Around the World.
China, Holland, Belgium, Rio, Africa, Japan.
Dallas.
When they the way we live and we do the best we can.
Sean 8. Sean, and you know that's that one favorite. Doing just fine.
we go back around. Like you said, y'all, homage to the fans. It really is. Just saying, it's like a continuation of thank you. It's like, it's in a way, it's kind of telling the story.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, and
we go
our
on
friends,
another tour and all this stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and then our friend Jam and Lewis, they gave them, I will always flex. You hear me? That is a flex for a lifetime. Like what? And
then
yeah, like they blessed them with this, and it's a groove. It's what I'm saying, it's a nice groove, and then I just love their harmony. That's why Boyz II Men is one of my favorites. Cause I love feeling good, feeling good. It's all right, it's all right. Like I love that with them. You know what I'm saying? Cause all four of them can sing.
Thank you. Hey, Mike.
Hello. That's a problem. Cause Mike shined a lot on this album than he did on the first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mike got his bass going on. It wasn't just him talking. And see, that's what be bothering me with people, because they start with End of the Road when him talking, even though he was talking on other songs and his bass was heavy. But again, once End of the Road came, it kind of switched. So everybody be like, oh, Mike just do talking. Oh, shut up. Because that don't make no sense, like at all. That part. Thank you. Catch it.
Can I thank you? Thank you.
Catch it.
So it's just like, yo, and it's just such, and it's like, yo, we jamming. The first two songs we are jamming. It takes you back to the summer of '94. You know what I mean? It's just, it hits hard. You know what I'm saying? I always say this, you can roll the windows down and just blast it in your 1994 Honda Civic, because it would, okay? Yeah, don't start. That was my first car. So put the windows down and blast this joint. The beat is knocking, and I mean, Jam and Lewis did their thing on this one, so I love it. And like you said, since the first, it's a takeoff of thank you, because it's to the fans. It's to y'all. We are large because of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much, they're saying they're global. They're global.
Well, did they lie?
No.
They said all around the world. They didn't say all in the U.S. They said all around the world.
All around the world.
China, Belgium, Rio, Africa, Japan.
Period. They found
out.
They were stunting.
At least what you said, Japan, that's when they found out they beat Elvis's record in Japan with End of the Road. Yes, they did.
What? Wow.
They found out, and they was like, oh, okay. They didn't like, it didn't hit them, but they found out when they were touring in Japan that they beat Elvis's record in Japan. So in that kind of,
and you see how a Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis can really create something, but it still be you.
Yep.
Because they might have just be like, yo, we in Japan and we just felt like we topped the Beatles. Yep. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis was like, okay. Like, okay.
China, check. Rio, check. Belgium, check. The whole Africa, check.
Not the whole Africa.
Because they went from country, city, continent, back to country.
Right.
And they get that French culture in with the ladies singing in French. I'm from Louisiana, so baby, I was very pleased with that. I said, thank you, boys. And
I didn't know what she was saying. I was just like, oh, okay.
I should have broke down my French. I forgot. I just heard it. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's go.
Yes, so great. Yes. So all around the world, thank you. 2 great songs, right? So we go to You Know. This was my first favorite song after hearing the album. I played this over and over. And you know who starts it off? I hear it for a while.
You know what my favorite part is, though?
What?
Can't face the world without you. Can you swim away? Oh, whining ass. I love it.
Like, oh, yeah. Wanye being dramatic, of course. I'm being dramatic. I love it.
Yeah, does it give you like a New York undercover vibe?
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you why. If y'all listen to this and then y'all go listen to Get Down by Monica, it's the same thing.
Same thing.
The
Yep.
same thing. Tim
I
and
never thought
Bob
about it.
gave them New York swag for real. And sis, you just brought that up saying it's very New York. It was on New York Undercover.
I knew it.
It was on an episode of New York Undercover, and it was the Sympathy for the Devil episode. I love New York Undercover, and I got to watch it. You know, once I got grown, because I could only watch the beginning because I had to go to sleep. Hey, mom, and
I loved that show when I was growing up, but I went back and watched it, and baby, that shit terrible.
Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do that.
I loved it in the moment. It was the shit. I'm not revising. I'm just saying when I went back and look, I was.
Don't me and hey, bro, this is the sin. You know we love New York Undercover. We talk about it now. That's your sister coming for the shows, bro, not me. You know I love it.
When I cared about family, friends, and enemies with my opinions. When I start that?
Never, ever.
Apparently, you know.
I like how you did that. But yes, this joint is so funky to me. Like it's so funky. I was listening to it on the way here to my mom's, and I was listening to it, and it just I remember hearing it. You know what I'm saying? The first time, and it was just boom, boom. It was like, yo, the way Tim is playing them drums. The drums is so hard on this. Boom, 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 boom. Like they going in. It's like a jam session for real. And I'm like, with Boyz II Men, I'm like, dang, I'm so used to them having ballads. We ain't even there yet. And we got 3 jams already. Like, we jamming with this. You know what I'm saying? And then Mike got the shine in the beginning. That's why I was like, Mike needs to be back, y'all. But, you know, okay. And I'm like, yo, he coming in and doing his thug thizzle. You know what I'm saying? And I loved it. This was one of the songs that I kept playing over and over again. I was like,
me too.
I love this. It's just funky. It got me moving. You know what I'm saying? And then for it to be in New York Undercover, I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I loved it. It was one of my favorites at first. So I love this record. Do you know?
It made sense. It gave me that New York Undercover vibe. I was like, this is New York.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I said they gave the same flavors Get Down with Monica. If y'all go listen to that, so y'all be like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it give you that Miss Thing attitude.
Miss Thing.
Why am I like this? Why y'all like me? I don't know why.
We love you, Monica.
And do.
Right, and do. All right. Oh, what you guys are?
Oh, nothing. I was just gonna say, chilling in the studio, you know how the story goes.
Love vibing.
Laid back groove thing. So you know I love this song because it's a what? Because it's a what?
Groove.
What is it? What
a groove. And it's so chill. You know what I'm saying? It is so chill, and it's
the
like
laid back groove thing.
But you know, a lot of people do sleep on this joint because they push the remix with Tretch and Method Man, which is one of my favorite remixes of the 90s because I love it. I love that record. I love the remix. I love the remix. Dope. But vibing, I'm so happy they did a video for this joint, the original version, because it's fun. It's a fun joint. You know what I'm saying? And it's a groove. Like, Zudio, you know how the story goes. Sean be killing. Sean,
he shined on this album. He really did.
Well, Sean looked like my cousin, so you know he looked like Desmond to me. So that was a little biased, you know what I'm saying?
This was the vibe before we knew what vibing was.
She did it again. You see how she did this with the whole Shade Room situation. This is Shade Room before Shade Room, and now this is vibing before vibing. I don't, Chasity, really, girl, really.
They knew vibes before this generation knew vibes, but I'm just saying.
And like I said, and then mind you, we on the second joint after with Tim and Bob. They blessed them. Like they gave them, and this bass line on there is nothing to play with.
And Not the Charles, the the what's called them?
Some other
Oh shoot.
piece.
It's on the tip of my
You talking
tongue. I'm sorry.
The xylophone or whatever.
I thought it was
Xylophone. Yeah, that's
I
it.
thought it was
That's
xylophone.
it.
I was like, it sounded like it.
Yeah, I love that. That's like that gets me at hello. Like, okay, what else we about to do? And then like, oh, you did
Yes.
this. Oh, you did this. Oh shit, it's a
Oh,
it's a hit.
when he told you what we about to do,
Yeah.
he let you
I'm
know
gonna do
what we
like
about.
I'm gonna do like Sites Podcast. This is a hit.
They good for
What up,
that
y'all?
too.
Because I know y'all watching this. Cause Philly. What up? What up, Stephanie Hughes? So, yeah.
Hey, my people.
Head. Like I love when they do that.
Ahead.
Yeah.
Love
Oh, God.
I know they dudes, but they the dolls today.
dogs. Our people.
Right. Oh God, I love this. And like I said, the video's fun, you know what I mean? And they jamming in the joint, you know what I'm saying? It's a party. You know what somebody said on a comment that I saw on YouTube? They said this is their version of Get On Up.
A little
No.
bit, but I don't. A little bit,
No,
but not.
I think their version of Get On Up maybe is not this though. This is
Yeah.
so because this is I let's see where they're coming from. It makes sense. It's up, you know, like groove up tempo, but it's just I think Get On Up is so gospely. What up, Lauren? And this is not. That is the difference. Get On Up. Shout out to Lauren, is a youth choir gospel song, and this is not.
God, I remember that. I'm sorry.
It was the funniest thing I ever heard in my life.
Oh,
Lord.
she killed it with that, y'all.
But I love Get On Up. It's one of their best. Well, Jarvis's best up tempos.
We love it.
Yeah.
Grab
they
the
actually know
Bible,
how to do one.
turn this into revival.
Right. But yeah, vibing a nice little Tim and Bob situation. You know what I mean? Right. And this one, she acting real low key. Somebody interviewed them.
Oh, Bob. Y'all know Bob. I love Bob. We talked about Boyz II Men. He gave them so much props. He let them, from what I remember, he told me he let them do what they do, and they were very, very loving with this. Like, they love their sound. They love to do everything with them. And it made sense for what they were trying to give them. But, you know, label-wise, you know, they were trying to, like, we're doing Babyface.
That's why Boyz II Men gave them their back.
With this back?
They gave him their asses to hit it.
That part. Right. They said, y'all ain't getting no cover from us. Y'all getting the 2 cover because we're Boyz II Men.
Yeah. Just take a moment to catch that vibe.
Oh. I have a question, guys. Okay, so it's like, okay, they named this, okay, this was supposed to be the sophomore album, right? But I didn't know Christmas a sophomore album, or this was the third album.
They do consider it. They do consider it because they said it's a full album. But you know, with Christmas albums, I don't consider it because it's not all original songs. They got one song on there, which is Let It Snow, and everything else is covers. So, but people consider that Christmas album a second album of theirs. So they'll go and say 2 is the third.
I say it's holiday. When it's holiday stuff, you strictly want specifically for holidays. No, I don't care.
And that's exactly what it is, and I agree. I think 2
to me is the sophomore album
because it's 2. Hello, but they went that. So yeah, I seen that before because I think, you know, shout out to Portia on Department 5B. That girl knows she loves her some Boyz II Men. And I remember we was going back and forth, and Kill was like he loved the Christmas album better than 2. And Portia was like, what? She was like, I don't even consider that an album. I was like, all right, Portia. I was like, well, I don't need to say nothing else.
Yeah. Now, I had that Christmas album, though.
Oh, yeah, my cousin,
and
too.
Baby, I don't even like, and y'all know on this show, I don't even like Christmas music.
No, you don't.
Never had, but just on the strength of Boyz II Men.
Yes, God.
I think it's the only Christmas album I ever, like, bought. Like I bought that with my own money. Remember what that poor CD.
See, my family, we get the Motown stuff, so it makes sense why we got Boyz II Men Christmas album.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And see, the thing is, no, you know what? I didn't buy my own money. My mama bought. My mama loves Christmas music. Love down.
Mm-hmm.
So she bought me that off the strength that it was a Christmas album, and she liked Boyz II Men, so it worked out. So,
well, thank you, Elise, because we get my boys. Well, we'll talk about it. They get a lot of flack, but I love Boyz II Men too. So.
Oh yeah, they like I said, they're a top group for me. They're my top 4. Yeah, my top 4 male groups. Period.
Oh, they number 1 male wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I pick groups that everybody gets. So let's go to I Steal Away.
You sit away.
Am I? What did I say?
You said steal.
Did you singing Mary Steele? Okay.
Thank you. That's yes. I Sit Away. Oh God.
Sit Away. You know I love about this album. This song. I like that they talking about like the vulnerability of a man. Who said a man can cry and be lonely? Who says a man can't tend to people? And if you could see inside of my heart,
that's your man.
You will see lonely. Okay, but like, but it's like it's talking about it in a very direct way, and I like that. Like the whole song. So I love that.
This gives me it sounds like it's a homage for the Cool in You by Babyface. That sound, that production, it sounds like Babyface.
Yeah, and you know why? Because Tony Rich. And Tony Rich was part of the LaFace crew, so he's gonna get that feeling from it. Like when I heard this, it was like, okay, I was like, is this Babyface too? I was like, but then when I found out it was Tony Rich, we didn't know Tony Rich then. We didn't know him yet.
Nobody knows him but you. JR. I had that on vinyl. I had that single.
I love that song, but yeah,
I love it too.
It is a really good song. I like it a lot.
It is, and you can tell now, knowing Tony Rich's and his style. This song, Nobody Knows. Come Over Here with Tony. It has that vulnerability to it. His songs have and it sounds very like acoustic a little bit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's very acoustic, but it's like this song, the pain that it has in it. It's like pain with vulnerability. And the part that gets me all the time is, why do I feel like I'll never be in love again? And it's like at that point. Go ahead.
There I go, back in my mood again. It's actually very theatrical. It's very. Go ahead, I keep interrupting you. This is my favorite. So
right. I love it because y'all know I love the emotional stuff anyway. So it's already getting me. The vulnerability got me. So I'm like, I love this record. Like I just love it, and then that bridge just take you there every time. Like, oh God, man, listen.
Yeah, this give you part 1. This is part 1 of Water Runs Dry.
Okay.
But I do love this record. I think it's so beautiful, like you said, the dramatics, and I think just the heartbreak, the feeling of emotions, and you just sitting at home lonely. And I have been in that life.
Lonely. Yeah.
Yeah, you better hit that note. But
and I came out of it right too. Come on, somebody.
I feel like Mike really shines the deep bass in his voice. You can hear it. It's like, heartbreak ballad. I'm surprised this wasn't on the second half, but I mean, I guess the groove of it had a little bit of up tempo.
Yeah, it still had like a beat to it. You know what I mean? So they wanted to keep that. You know what I'm saying?
Momentum.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, again,
I love
that bridge
that you did.
That fucking bridge, man.
Oh yeah,
that bridge was bridging.
Well, it just hits you every time, man. Like I was sitting at the table yesterday, and I was just listening to it, and I just spaced out. Like I was just like, like, and the music goes with it, and this is just shout out to Tony Rich, man. like get them listen, like the pen was pinning, like for real, like we know you now. You said nobody knows you, but we know you now, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is such a very beautifully written song, and then it sounds like everything found a place perfectly on this song.
And then they did a lot of their vocal arranging, so it was them, and that's what you want the guys to be more a part of the album than your first one. You know what I mean? They want to be more, you know what I'm saying? So they put more into it. They was like, we're gonna vocal produce ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what they did, and they bodied that joint for real, for real.
They did. Sitaways, it's top. It's dope.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely top. Yeah. All right. Next
Number 6.
Jezebel.
My favorite Boyz II Men song, period. I'm sorry. I love this song. Everything being done with it, like vocally, like again, giving you a little bit of jazz, all that joint. Shout out to Troy Taylor. Like, you brought him back. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, it was just like you're bringing the players back. You know what I mean? I think the foundation of it was obviously Tim and Bob. That's what they wanted.
Oh,
you know what I mean? But you still had to bring Dallas with Thank You. And then you brought Troy Taylor back, the characters, to give you this. And it's just like, everything about this song. I
know you well, but I like to.
I like the production, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan like that. But I will say this production is beautiful. I do love the jazz. It gave me that 1920s feeling, like you about to go jazz waltzing or whatever. But but like Joe, I said, they sound beautiful. We ain't knocking that. They can sing. He's some singing brother.
Perfume are you wearing? Ooh, the smell. I love it, and I love because on parts like this, when they do that, you hear Sean in front of everybody. To me, like you hear him, like it's just like his voice. Sean, he sleep because everybody think of Wanye because of the dramatics that he give, and you're waiting for that. Sean just oozes himself on in.
And it's different because Nathan would lead a lot of the songs too, and I have to give him props too because he was always first lead. When they start off songs, starting off songs and stuff like that when they first was coming out, but this time they kind of changed it up a little bit versus with Nathan and Wanye, and then pretty much
they let Mike lead this again.
Did they?
So I'm like, y'all, like, stop sleeping on Mike. But again, I love this song. Like, every time it comes on, and you know how the beginning starts with them, and in the studio. Yeah, it's a little corny, but still, like,
that's what made it a skip for me back in the day because I didn't want to hear all that. Like interludes and all that.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
That type of shit ain't my thing. But no, I like the song, but it's not one of my favorites. But I like it, and if it weren't for that long intro, I probably never would have skipped it.
You right, sis.
I hate when they do that. If you're gonna have an interlude or some sort of talking shit, make it a separate track.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And then I could just boop. I shouldn't have to be trying to precisely get to, and because hip hop albums had that problem at the time, because they would have all these interludes shit, but it would be on the song or at the end, and it just fucked up the listen. It fucked up the listening experience if you weren't in the mood for that.
Especially how he ends it. He was like, I just got this vibe. You would think you would put that before vibe in. Like,
and maybe it was supposed to be originally.
Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was supposed to be. Because but then you got Nate comes in and started off, because I was saying Mike, but Nate started this off, and they go there. Like, and they just the vocal acrobatics they do on this, and like y'all said, it's taken back to the 20s type of, vibes and all that. That's why I love it. I just love the vocal arranging, the production of it all. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Troy Taylor. Like, he killed it.
Yeah, but like you said, Joe, it's showing the versatility of Boyz II Men, because I think people put them in this box of acapella singing where they're really great production. And I love the production. I think that's why I think they don't get a lot of credit, because everybody gives Jodeci they're the production guys, but Boyz II Men got production too. They're dope. I love them with production. I do. I really, really do.
Riding the beat train. Now what's going on the beat train? Sorry. I look. I go there the song.
But the versatility, I think, in this album too makes sense. Like you said,
The
R&B.
And this is what made this album too. You know what I'm saying? The versatility of it all. Yeah. It was showing that y'all, we're not just a ballad group. And I think that's what they wanted to prove on this album. That's why they started it with all these up tempos. Like, y'all stop sleeping on us. Y'all like Motown Philly. Yeah, we did End of the Road. We did Please Don't Go. We did How Do I? And that and all that. But yeah, y'all, we rock. Y'all forget that we had Sipping on the album. We had Your Love. We had Little Things. Like, we had some up tempos for y'all. So we gonna make y'all remember. And especially we're in 94 now. You can't do the same up tempos that you did in 91 because New Jack is on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Or it was out.
Yeah.
Because the Brian Alexander Morgan came in and said, not so fast. Bam! Like, so we got a whole new
literally
style now.
bam.
So it's no longer okay.
Literally.
Right. So it was just like a whole new thing, and they came in, and I think the up tempos are great. Like, I think that, yeah. So the first 6 knocked out the park. Knocked out the park for real, for real. No badness. So then we get to Khalil.
Oh, I love it because I love they still pay homage to their road manager. Yes. I always hear the name, like they always give him the respect about how they helped him with the credit. I think it was the road manager. That's what they was.
Their road manager. Yeah,
Murdered, I think. And I was shocked that I know y'all gonna go in about me. You know, he's getting this right now, but no shade, Drake. You know, you sampled them. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
He's not like us. He's not like us. He's not. Go ahead. Sorry.
He a fan. The boy,
right. A fan. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I would just say much respect to them. His song March 14th gave the respect to Khalil on his album on Scorpion. So that's all I gotta say. I think they did a beautiful job, and I think this is like the start. Okay, this is Khalil. Now we finna get to them ballads. So this is like the transition.
Yeah, like now, right? Like they were like getting us ready. Like now we're going to the ballads, because even with this, you could definitely feel just the breathing on this. Like it was very hard for them to kind of get through this one, but they was like, you know what, we're gonna pay respect to Khalil. He was our road manager and got killed. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna pay our respect. You know what I'm saying to him, and for them to do this, and Nate and Sean with they pin. You know what I mean? It was just, yeah, it's very heartfelt. You know what I mean? Yeah. So and like so when Sis said they could have did the beginning of Jezebel as an interlude, I mean, you could have. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have.
It made sense.
It made sense. It's like you got another interlude right here. Like, y'all, like, hello. But, you know, and like you said, sis, maybe they did. It might have been a label issue. You know what I'm saying? It might have been like, no, we want to put this with that. Like, you know what I mean? And so, yeah. But I love, Khalil. Definitely a nice dedication to, you know, to their road manager, you know what I mean? So that was dope. And like you said, we're getting into them ballads because, baby, it's about trying time.
My favorite song on this album.
One of mine, too. One of mine.
I keep crying tears of joy. I guess that's what you put here for, to change those tears of pain to tears of happiness. And I'm trying to get the best of me. I keep finding time to show I care. Through these crying eyes, I feel contentment because of you.
Elise gave us, and that clip, that part right there, Elise gave us Mike, Nate, Sean, and Wanya.
I was like, check this one out. See if this one moves you.
Okay. Okay.
Does this give you like the flavor of Can You Stand the Rain, that version of it?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's all I want. It sound, because I'm like, damn, they sound like New Edition on this song.
Shoot, another song do too.
Mm.
By the producers, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
But yeah, New Edition. This gives me New Edition vibes, period.
Oh yeah.
Big
And
time.
Beautiful.
I just love when Wanye said, play that piano, Bobby.
What's his name? What's his name?
That's Bob.
Bob. Oh, Tim and Bob. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
Bob playing the piano. He is on the keys.
Look, you know, I love you, my bad. But look, I was thinking of somebody else. I'm like, I know Bob, but I didn't think it was him that was doing.
Bob is give me my credit, baby.
Okay.
So remind me of who wrote this song?
Tim and Bob and
they
Boyz
wrote
II
it.
Men. Yeah.
Cause I gotta do the country every now and then. Trials and tribulations build up walls in front of faces made of stone, yet we stand strong enough to break the walls down to journey on. But I know if we just bond our hearts, there will be nothing that will stand in our way, and we'll be together forever and a day.
Beautiful. And the production added with it made sense. It made sense. You gotta have both.
And then it's just the fact. And then this song sounded so airy to me.
Yeah.
Which gave me what they gave Tamia with So Into You. It sounds very airy like that. Like, again, you can kind of get what Tim and Bob's flavor is gonna be. You know what I mean? This was foreshadowed in everything. You know what I'm saying? So what we were gonna get as far as they sound and when they started working with other people. Because like we just said, we got the flavor of Monica, what she ended up getting. We hear what Tamia ended up getting, and they worked with them. You know what I mean? So
they are
John B.
Signature songs.
Period. So it's like you felt their sound on this, and you kind of foreshadowed on what these guys were gonna bring to this game for real. And this joint is so beautiful, man. Like, it's beautifully written. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they let everybody get, because you got to let Wanye do Wanye. You know what I mean? So you let him go off at the end. It's like, okay, all right. Do what you do. Go ahead. They probably was like, boom, they pointed at him and he was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my time. Got it.
You gotta let Wanye, you gotta let Cisco, you gotta let KC.
Yeah.
You gotta let Johnny. You just got to. Sometimes you just got to let them. Gerald, you gotta let them.
All them dramatic dudes.
Like, Gerald, Daddy, Eddie, you just gotta let them. Just
let them be. Let them be. You just can't let them be.
And half the time, that's what people bought the tickets for, to see that. So just let them.
Just let them go off.
Let them go off. Yeah, I agree. All right, so we get to always make love. I'll make love to him.
That was real shady. He might not even did it like that on purpose, but the shade is in his body. He can't even resist it.
I'm fighting it. I really am, because it's a big song. But I'm just like, ugh. But I ain't gonna lie. Wanye sung the hell out of the bridge. What?
Big job. Like, Usher sung the LA Reid. Well, I don't think he sung LA Reid with this song, but I know he was in talent shows. But shut up. Mario sung this for Cobb Davis for J Records when he got his deal. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
But this was like the go-to song that everybody went to. Like, everybody loves this song. This
is one of my guys did not want this as a single. The first single. They did not want this as the first single. They said, no, they was like, we have better songs than this. You know what I mean? And I'm so glad that they didn't listen. They didn't listen to him. I'm glad. As much as we give the song fever, you know, no, I'm glad that they didn't, because if they would have went with something else, maybe the album wouldn't have done what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was smart. It was smart to go with the single. You know what I mean? I mean, like, the video, it was cool, I guess.
like that.
I
You
love.
did? You ain't like the video neither?
I was in the video didn't make sense, but I get they were. I'm gonna leave it alone. I was gonna say something, but
how TSA is gonna get real dark.
I'll go just say the it makes sense.
Yeah, the video didn't really make sense.
It did make sense. I mean, I'm gonna leave it alone. But I love the song. I do love the song. But like I told y'all, a lot of people have karaoke.
Yeah.
Blended. The movie Blended with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore had me falling out laughing. So every time they met on the movie, when she come in, Adam Sandler, they went, oh man, I'll die. It was, you gotta watch the movie and understand why they put it in there. It's so funny. But I feel like, to me, like you said, Jar, they had to have this song too. They have to. They continue their success. They broke records.
Yeah, it was brilliant. A great move from the label. Because sometimes you as an artist be like, no, I want this song as the first single, and they like, no, it's not the move, and they ended up going with this.
Babyface even singing at his concert. Didn't you go to concert? Did he sing this song?
Yes, both of them. Like he sings End of the Road and he sings I'll Make Love to You. He do both. Babyface just be stunting, y'all. He stunts. He just stunts. He has a medley in his, when, you know what I'm saying? He has a medley when he just stunts. And I love when he do solo concerts because it's no mystery. Catch it. And
he been doing that since 93 94, because when I saw Brandy, Boyz II Men, and Babyface at concert, he been doing that shit for a long time, for 30-some years, flexing on these hoes. Okay. and at that show he had his white grand piano, and it was a spectacle, and I was here for it. It was the best.
I love it. I love it.
But he did this. So it had to be 94. Whatever year. What was the year that Brandy came out?
94.
She came out in 94, but they went on tour in 95.
It was 95. Yeah.
That's about right.
I'm gonna stun on you hoes. I'm gonna stun. Let y'all know I got hits for days. I don't even got to do my own. I can do what I wrote.
Thank you.
And you got the whole crowd going off.
Oh,
that's why I think Anita was mad.
Ooh.
But
I can see that.
Yeah, I think that's why she was mad. Because she thought it was going to be all about her. And Babyface said, no, ma'am, I even wrote for you. Catch it.
I mean, he did.
But they mad at her. They still mad at her. You saw people reading her. Woo!
Down.
You gonna need to have to get on bended knee and beg. I love this. I love on bended knee. I love this record, and I was happy it was after I'll Make Love to You because it wasn't boring.
Yeah. Goodbye.
This is a big song that I love for day one, and I still love it. Like there's, it had me at hello, just. I love it.
And at least shout out to them. And shout out to them coming to my hometown, New Orleans, and doing that whole video. That video was in New Orleans.
I was about to ask you, it was in New Orleans, right?
Was, yes.
That is an R&B male video. You got them just being extra in that, and then they singing in the rain. They ain't need no umbrellas, because after a while, they just threw them umbrellas inside.
Open up my eyes and face reality.
Every moment without you,
it feels like 13. I'm begging you.
What? Man, give Wanya a bridge. He eats. Now this sounds like Can You Stand the Rain? Come Back to Me as big. They sounded big like them songs. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, Jam and Lewis, y'all ain't low. Y'all ain't low at all. Like,
the structure of how it comes in is, well, how they come in is how Johnny is singing the backgrounds of Can You Stand the Rain?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's how they come in.
New Edition vibes.
They put what's going on in the backgrounds of Can't Stand the Rain to the front.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Y'all got my 10 hat tingling. Does it remind y'all still in love?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Didn't I tell you, Jam and Lewis, y'all ain't low. At all. Like,
And it made sense too, because that, everybody knows that's the Boyz II Men loves New Edition. That was who they looked up to. So it made sense for them to sing a song that sounds like Can't Stand the Rain.
Y'all make that. I didn't even
It made
realize.
sense.
At least I didn't realize that. And I'm like, this does sound like Still in Love.
And then just Sean starting it off. I'm sorry. I'm just a fan. Like, he's my favorite out of the group.
Baby Daddy did that.
Oh.
I love Sean.
Like, he just darling,
He's my favorite.
He is your favorite too?
Yeah.
Oh, Sean
He
is
don't
my
never get
favorite
on-
out of the group.
He don't never get on my nerves. As much as I love YA, sometimes he get on my nerves.
He do. And I love him for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just
I
like.
love him. But Sean is that they keep that even. He's like,
He does.
yeah, in your other groups, he's like that. Like we talked about Laverne, and where Sean was the one that could pull Gerald back, but Sean could sing, but Gerald was the drama guy. That's what we expect. That's what we want.
Yeah.
And he was able to kind of like, all right, bro, like but then at the end, all right, go on.
But for them to do this video,
I can't hold this.
But for them to do this video in New Orleans, I thought that was really beautiful and sweet. Because I was like, oh, I love the whole area, the feeling, the vibe, the trolleys. I just loved it when they were singing in the trolley. I was
like, oh. Yeah. And then I just remember that video being on the box so much too. And I remember a lot because Kim Fields was in the video.
Oh, yep. And
she was Nate's girlfriend in the video. You know what I'm saying? So, and mind you, Living Single was on fire during this time. So it was like have her in it. You had what's her name? Log Boy He's. Yep, she was in it. She was Wanye's girl.
The girl from Young and the Restless, she was in it. I can't think of her name.
Oh God, what is her
Victoria.
name? Victoria, yeah.
There you go. Oh, they had a lot of them. Yeah.
The Boyz II Men were superstars. They needed superstar women.
And the 90s natural, beautiful black women. Oh my God.
Catch it all there.
Yeah.
90s
my
black
favorite part of the song is this. I'll never walk again.
Yeah.
You come back.
What a great way to end a song. Like it was just perfect.
Yes.
I love that song.
And then they knocked their own self out of the #1 spot with this song. And that's how big y'all had to be there and live through this. Boyz II Men was so damn huge. Wow. It was like, yo, they was everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And then to knock their own self, they 14 weeks with Make Love to You, and then they was like, okay, well, we're gonna come and stay for another 6 weeks with Bended Knee and knock our own selves out.
Hey, John, you crazy. It's funny you said that on Bended Knee. It gives you the continuation of kind of like One Sweet Day to that melody.
Could have been, yeah. And then they said we're gonna do One Sweet Day and be there for 16 weeks. How about that?
They own dog. And Joe, that record finally got beat in 2019. They stayed there for.
That's why they were huge. They were. That's why again, when you talk about 90s R&B Boyz II Men must be discussed. They can't. You can't help it. Like
exactly.
You know what I mean? So yeah. But Bend the Knee loved the record. Everything about it. Everything is great. The video is great. An R&B with dudes are singing in the rain. We need that again, y'all. We need that again, y'all. So come on, Duran, or come on, all y'all, Keon Dixon, all y'all. Get in the video and start singing in the rain. Everybody will love it. How about that? So we get to the sexy 50 candles.
Yes, God. My favorite song.
I'll let you go off. Y'all go off, Taffy. Go on.
Rolling around, baby. Ooh, I said, look, Joe. Ooh, This right here, Lisa, is my favorite song off the album. Like, I love I'll Make Love to You, but when I heard this, I was like, yeah, next. Let's go to I'll Make Love to You. I was like, yeah, this the one. This the one. This the one.
Mm-hmm.
This
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's like it's they do-over of like let's make a song that actually is sexy. Cause this motherfucker is sexy.
As hell.
And like we need a redo. And
that's what they redo. Yeah. I agree. I agree.
Like
and I just love the end. After they say it with me, and then the music just glides and it just rides, yo. And then you know what I listen to after this? After this song, I listen to If You Were Here Tonight by Alexander O'Neal.
You went straight to that?
Huh.
No, that makes sense though. That is look at you know how to make a playlist.
Come on, somebody. I got taught very well, pointing at Elise.
That's a great sequence. That's perfect. I like that.
I do. I told you I'll be at work listening to your playlist.
You it was me. It gives me Secret. Well, John, you know you go in sometimes. Secret Garden.
Oh yes. Oh, I can give you that. Yeah. Oh,
it gives me that vibe. Secret Garden.
Boyz, yeah, it's definitely that vibe. Definitely.
Yeah, and like you said, since this was their makeup, because it was like they thought that was very sexy, and
I don't like but I just don't think it's sexy.
No, right.
It is. It's almost tongue in cheek. It kind of makes me laugh. but 50 Candles made me want to do the grown up.
Hello. I done heard it a couple of times on my playlist. Come on, somebody.
Period. Take them off.
Huh. And I'll be like, okay.
Sean went off. This is the one he went off.
This is what I said, because the remix of I is when Sean goes off.
Yeah.
And on this, he goes off. He's the one that you need on sexual songs. You know what I'm saying? Wanye, I don't need all the dramatics. I just don't. And I love you for it. But this,
you gotta be sensual. You gotta be sexy. You're showing like you gotta be
yes,
moving in, like you know what I mean? Yes, God.
You even like we said, people that be crazy with it, like Teddy P. Teddy P ain't screaming at you at first. He's just like, close the door. Let me give you what you've been waiting for. Like he goes in, then he goes in. Ow! Like he starts screaming at you. Like we turn off the lights. Turn them off. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go turn it off. You know what I'm saying? Right. But Wanye would have did that, and that's why I think Sean is so, again, he shines to me. Like, that's why Sean is a favorite for me. So
Tim and Bob, I think this was one of their best from the album for me. Production,
vocal arranging, all that. Again, and Mike, bass, he's bringing it. You can hear his bass, like for real. That's why, again, I'm gonna keep saying he is needed, y'all. Mm-hmm. Come on, bring your brother on back. This is what we want to see.
And I heard they did say too they were inspired by the Temptations of Delphines during this process too. It gives you that.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Definitely. Them boys,
and they wanted to keep that Philly sound, like you said, John. They said that in the interview back in Rockumentary during the MTV. They wanted to have keep that Philly sound.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Okay. All good. Well, we get to Water Runs Dry, which we talked about with T. Harris. He's a Boyz II Men lover, as you can see. He talked about Cooley Harmony, and this is his first song. He came on the show and talked about Water Runs Dry. So this song is my favorite Babyface joint that he did for them.
I agree.
I love it. Like, it's just the harmonies, the blends, the everything. You know what I'm saying? Reggie, what is his name? Reggie Hilton? Is that his name? Hillman. God, Lord. Hillmington. Reggie Hillmington. I could never get the I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna and him on the strings. You got the drums. You got freaking Babyface on the acoustic guitar, which Elise is playing guitar, y'all. Y'all better act like y'all know,
Yep.
baby. Yup, that is. Listen, she's not playing no games. I love it. She gonna give us a concert, y'all, when we get on alive.
I shan't. Not for a good while. Woo. Maybe when the water runs dry, we gonna wait. We gonna have to let some life pass us by and practice and sharps and flats.
Yes, sharp and flat. You stupid.
What he said?
Not the sharp, not the flat stuff.
Sharps, flats, drums.
Oh God! But yeah, this video, everything. I told the story about me getting beat by my grandma.
Is this the song? Oh God,
this was it. This was the one when she hit me with a switch, and I'm sitting there singing with my cousins on the porch, and I got, and I thought, I thought grandma wasn't gonna hit me. She said, "Oh no." Done.
Joe, it's the best song off the album. It's the best. It's the best song off the album. It gives you, I feel like this is, I don't know if it was competition for them with Jodeci, but it does give you Cry for You, Their Other Side in the Desert and all that stuff.
And I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they both was in the desert. One was with linens and the other was with leather. The other
and neither their outfits was appropriate
at all. No,
for the desert.
It was not.
Boyz Men could have went to the beach with that, but not the desert.
Like what they did.
You go to desert. You go to desert. You will cover up. You ain't gonna have no shirt open and flowing. That's the sun. Ain't no trees, my nigga.
They did it right, but they did it right. We're doing just fine when they went to the beach and they had the the water hitting them. Is it doing just fine?
Yep. Hawaiian, when he go up that tower and he coming in that water hit. Oh God, yes. Wanye, now that's when I want him to go crazy and go off. Okay, hit the face, a half side of his face, and sing. That's it.
And they wearing them linens. It makes sense.
Okay, I gotta go back to Water Run Dry.
Water Run Dry. I love it. Yeah, this is my favorite, but with Babyface.
It's the best.
I love it. I love this record.
I was in this. I think I looped this when I was at work about 10 times.
Yeah.
That song almost made me cry. I was looking in the comments. People was like, when my girl left me, I was like, damn. It got me.
And then for them to be able to do this live. You know what I mean? Like these last two songs, ooh, baby. When this one, the harmonies of it all, and I think they was not realizing because I think they were so against a lot of the Babyface records because they thought that it was just like, we not realizing Babyface was capturing the best of you guys, vocally, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I know they see that now. Like I know they probably see it now. Like we get it, Babyface. We was giving you a lot of fever, but we get it now. You was making us better as vocalists. You were, you know what I'm saying? Like this joint, the harmonies, like let's go into the water and dry. Like the harmonies on it, like it's just awesome. Yeah, it's definitely a great song. And see, sis, right, that part right there. Babyface let Wanye be Wanye. He said, I'm gonna let you get your little part. Like he let him get that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then he let Sean run around. Like they let them be dramatic, be y'all. You know what I mean? So, but
even though it's mellow, they let them be dramatic, but it worked for this song because it's a heartbreak ballad, like you said, John. But at the end of the day, I think too, like you said, it's one of the begging and pleading things in a way. But it's like the dramatics make you go off to feel the pain of losing someone when they are gone out of your life forever.
Yeah.
You know, so it worked. But Babyface, yeah, he did. I say, damn, like, you know, I'll make love to you. But I look back, I'm like, yeah, JR and Lisa, right, it's Water Run Dry.
I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad that we have you on camera and you said that. Thank you, somebody. The Lord is good all the time.
give credit when credit is due. Y'all know I'm gonna be honest. Look, I may have a favorite, but you gotta be honest and be realistic. Let's be real, y'all. Like Watermelon
And again, favorite and best is completely two different things.
Two different things. And Watermelon, I'll sit with that before I sit with I'll Make Love to You. Know I love that song, but Watermelon Dry is beautiful.
So we come to the ending of the album, and it's Yesterday. This is why Boyz II Men is one of my top 5 groups of all time for me.
Period.
What they do on this, yesterday. Like, come on, Mike.
It's the only version of Yesterday that I enjoy.
For real?
Wow, Liz.
So you don't even like Envo's version?
Nope.
Oh, you did on an episode y'all never see. But
I did say that. And I think I said
I think you said it on the episode. I think so. I think
Crazy you said that because everybody compare these two. When they're singing wise, Boyz II Men and Vogue. They're the two.
I love Boyz II Men's. Like,
I don't like the original. I don't like nobody else's version, and I mean nobody, but I adore and love Down. When this came out, I used to just run this song loop.
No one can turn back. And you know what's the day is gone.
And you know what's shocking, y'all? I realized when I'm looking at here, I'm looking back at here, the A&R direction was Vita Sparks. You know, she was a part of TV too. So I'm like, she had a really eye for Boyz II Men back then. I didn't even realize
because she helped your girl. Yes. I knew she was gonna bring this up. I knew Jackie was gonna bring this up.
Look, I'm going to be nice.
You knew she was gonna help bring Brandy into this joint.
But at least I agree with you. One of the best. You know what? And y'all don't kick my tail. What? But I really do feel like this does kind of give you the continuation. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. It kind of gives you that feeling.
It's their cover. Yeah. But
I had to pick out of them, and this one, Yesterday will win.
Yesterday for sure. Yeah.
And it gives me, and another thing, one more thing I want to say, it points out, it gives me, I feel like it opened the door for As Yet, Hard to Say Goodbye. I feel like it gives that too.
I see no lies.
When I hear Yesterday from them, I was like, this sounds like As Yet.
Oh, you mean Hard to Say I'm Sorry? Or?
Hard to Say I'm Sorry. I said Hard to Say, but now, y'all messing up in the episode.
Hey, I do it every show, so it's no issue.
But at least it gives me that feel. It gives me like they open the door for them to do their song. It does.
Yeah.
They hate this. I love when they did this on Video Soul, and when they did it at the Blockbuster Awards. The kids will never know about Blockbuster, baby.
Never. No.
Baby. And they did it on the Blockbuster Award.
I barely remember that shit. And I was there.
You know it.
I was outside and I barely remember it.
I remember the Video Soul one. The only reason why I actually remember the Blockbuster joint is because when I was on YouTube, it came up. I was like, oh, they did do this. And they killed it.
That was a blip on the radar. Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, so yes, I love this. I this is why they're one of my favorite groups, because of this song and what they did with it, and they just perfectly blended.
Catch it.
And I'm gonna leave it right there. Yesterday.
You got to come together. You got to bridge the gap.
Bridge together. Not being so loud together. Ooh.
Can't be over here. You got to be here. What'd you say, John?
I didn't say it.
What'd you say?
I said, well, they can't escape that.
Catch you.
You's a wild boy. Y'all over.
So yes. Well, hello. But this album is just great, y'all. We had to talk about it. Come on, too. When you talk about 90s R&B, it has to be discussed. This album is everything. 20 million sold. The guys were just superstars. They were on top of the world. Everything they touched turned to gold. It really didn't matter. They were selling out stadiums.
Midas touch.
Yes, come on, Midnight Star. And just doing all of that. So it was just And I always tell Chassie this, and me and her discuss this a lot when we talk about Boyz II Men. My favorite is Cooley High Harmony, but the best is Two.
Amen.
The best is Two because they showed their versatility on Two a lot better because they were Cooley High Harmony, they were raw, new. They just giving, or like Elise said, when you on your first album, you giving all you got. I just want to give all I got, and hey, this is it. When they got to Two, they kind of understand the industry a little bit. They kind of understood things. They was like, okay, like we said, they wanted to show they were an up-tempo group as well. And they was like, we going to start y'all with these 6 bangers here. And we going to let y'all know we can do that too. You know what I mean? So they flipped it on us. The first album was all ballads. Next album was all up-tempos. And they just flipped it. And both of them are great. So that's why these albums sold through the roof. And that's why when you talk about 90s, you know, R&B is Boyz II Men, and you know, them boy bands took that and ran with it, and we know how that went. But
well, I agree, bro. But you know what? I want to say this too. I want to give them their flowers because for them, I would say 98 Degrees, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, all these groups, they definitely look, John. Don't make that face because I know you look.
I didn't do that. I ain't doing it yet, but go ahead.
I will say this. They always give them respect, and I'm proud they do that. And one thing I will say this too, and I want them to get the respect. Please make sure that y'all Boyz II Men is an R&B group because I know we always give Jodeci the love and respect for being R&B, but Boyz II Men is R&B too. And I want people to understand, like they have pop records, yes, obviously we know that, but they are R&B and soul. Period. That's it, and that's why Choose to be 30 years old.
Yes, yo.
Happy 30th.
That's right. That's right.
Happy.
Yeah.
All right. So now we have gotten to my favorite part of the show, and that is today's going to be word song association. And it's going to be songs that were top of R&B charts in 1994. You just tell me first thought, motion, memory that comes to mind.
Okay.
All right. We will start off with. Mint Condition, You Send Me Swinging.
You send me swinging. Oh, you send me swinging. Oh, Mint Condition. I love them. I love them. That's a good one. You know what? This is the coldest, one of the coldest bands. One of the coldest bands. Love them. Honor them. It's like, look, at least that song, beautiful. The album dope. But y'all know my other song, what kind of man would I be? You Send Me Swinging. It's just amazing, beautiful, but dramatic too in a way.
Oh yes,
in a way. No, it is. It's any song that Stokely is a part of. Is you're gonna get drama, theatrics. That's just That's just who he is. Yes. All right. Next song is Jodeci, Fiendin'.
Begging and pleading. Begging and pleading. Love it. Casey going off. All of them was going off. Video. Yep. Look,
my favorite part of the song is Baby, I'm hooked on you. There's nothing else around you. Spend my last time. Oh, I thought J.R. was gonna do the giraffe. All on my mind.
Yeah, I was just about to.
And the video,
I was waiting, and then you did it. I said, "Damn!"
And the video was crazy. Them in straight jackets. I'm like, okay, look.
More and more. And they get to church because you are my joy, my joy. That's the churchiest fucking song. Talk about the most
sexiest stuff and bring
sexy and stalker shit. But it's so church.
Yeah,
so church.
Yeah. The video didn't match either, but you know.
Well.
Well.
Mm.
I would pick a random silly one. Kind of silly, but I love the song. Immature.
Oh my God.
Never Lie.
Girl, oh my God.
And full disclosure, I love that song. Okay, go ahead.
Everybody, you know what's crazy? Everybody love that song. I ain't gonna go deep in detail, but I remember a girl I went to high school with. I guess her and her man had broke up on MySpace. She put that song as her MySpace theme song. I said, girl, no, we in 2007. You singing Never Lie by Immature? She had that song on her mind for 3 months at least. Do you hear me?
Wow.
You'll always be my friend. You'll always be my friend.
Baby, Roger was going off. Marcus was going off.
Actually, it didn't make any sense, but I was a big Immature fan because I love Feel the Funk and
Feel the Funk.
Feel the Funk, my joint.
I just like them. I knew they could. The singing left a lot to be desired, but it was fun, and they were kids, and it was fun.
Yeah,
You know, they won't sing it down, but it was fun. They carried enough of a tune to make it fun, and
Right.
it was the
Right.
production was so good.
Yeah.
But I'm telling Elise, that girl played that in the house. I said, girl, what? MySpace, Elise? I said, okay. That's all I remember.
All right, next song. Next song is Tevin Campbell. I'm ready.
Oh, go off.
Best favorite song, my Christmas song, December 1st. Y'all know when Christmas gets here. That's it. Tevin Campbell, period. Best song from his catalog. How Can We Talk? That's my song. That's my Christmas song. So, yes, that is my song.
And a few people up from this record, too.
Perfect R&B ballad. I don't care what anybody says. It's better than Can We Talk. Title track, Eats. I've been playing that for 14 years straight, at least, and will still be going strong. 2024, December 1st.
She done went off on a couple of people with this song, too. She sure did.
I don't care, because y'all know me. Look, I love this song. That's my song, period. I'm ready. Thank you.
I'm sorry. This is cracking me up. Okay. Next song.
I don't play about that one.
I know, it is cracking me up.
That's my heart right there.
Okay. That song, SWV, Anything.
Oh, can we? I like both the remix and the ballad. I like both of them.
I'm not mad at it at all.
Too. But you know what? Y'all might kick my tail, but I like the ballad better.
I'm not mad at it at all. It's SWV, so I don't care.
I like the ballad better.
Me
That's
too.
That's not a controversial opinion on this show.
No.
On this show.
You're right, at least. But Brian, I love you, but I'm a ballad girl.
He the one that did that. All Star did the remix. So
I love it too. It's a jam, it's fun. But when I'm listening to the debut album, I like the ballad. It's sexy. It's beautiful.
Coco came in blown.
They ain't nothing but that's Brandy's look. That's Brandy's mama.
That is little Whitney Gamble right there.
Whitney Gamble, Elise. Look. Brandy loves that debut. She love that one. Oh my God. She studies Coco.
Give my girls they flowers. Hello.
But the ballad one is my favorite. I love the ballad. I'm a ballad girl.
And we will end it, last but not least, and probably you know what I'm gonna say. Brandy, I wanna be down.
Yes, God! 30 years, baby, 30 years. Let's go. 30 years. Y'all know me. My girl, congratulations. 30 years in the making. Kid for Key did they thing, baby. Tupac, R.I.P. to him. The way he gave this reference, Elise, beautiful. The song that changed my life at 5, everything. 30 years. That's it. I love you, boo.
Yes. And for the folks, because I always like to give context to the year. I'm just going to read some of the top songs from '94.
Okay.
All right. We got, now this is funny. One of the top R&B songs was Madonna, Take a Bow. What up, Babyface?
Take a bow like this. Oh, my favorite Madonna record, sorry.
Oh, yes. And it ain't even close.
Ain't even. Next.
Boyz, Jodeci, Cry for You, Janet, Anytime, Any Place, Mariah, Without You, Escape, Understanding, Aaliyah, Back and Forth, Prince with The Most Beautiful Girl in the World, Change of Faces, Stroke You Up, Brownstone, If You Love Me, Blackstreet, Before I Let You Go, Salt and Pepper, What a Man, The Brat with Funkified, Tony Braxton, You Mean the World to Me, Barry White, Practice What You Preach, Aaron Hall, I Miss You, that terrible
video
Mariah, duet, Endless Love, Janae Groove Thing, Babyface, When Can I See You? And let me give you one more. Jay, Every Day of the Week, Angela Winbush, Treat You Right, one of my favorite songs from that year.
Yeah,
that gave you a flavor. We was jamming.
Yes, we were. Yes.
94 was such a great year. Oh my God. 94 was one of the best years. Oh my God. I remember the end of that. TLC.
And the Queen came out with an album. I'm just saying.
Wanna be happy.
Come on.
Life is too short to be trying to play some game. There's nothing to think about.
Every minute we're losing leg.
Why must okay? But yes, we love the Queen. We love her.
Yeah, love her. Yes.
Yes. Everything. Yes. So, because it won't no way for you to bring her up earlier.
At all.
You probably thought I was gonna say be happy on the list.
Oh no! I was like, okay, where we going?
I was gonna, but then I started immature, and I was like, nah, we got time.
So when Chasity said 94 was a good year, that was my way to slide on it, because you did Janet. You slid Janet in there with Anytime, Any Place. So I was good.
Yes. So before we get out of here, Chasity, the floor is yours. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you have anything going on or a message or anything, just.
Nothing really. Just like I just said, just follow me on my IG page, cbug CBCK08. Like I said, I'm just happy and just honored to talk about this beautiful body of work too. That will be 30 years on August 30th. I'm so proud and so happy. I want to congratulate Boyz II Men for just being, amazing R&B group. So thank you guys, and I want to say congratulations to you guys hitting 1,000. 1,000 views. Y'all deserve it, and then some. I mean, rnbreps, y'all are superstars in my heart, and I love you guys. My heart. And like y'all keep soaring, keep R&B going, and I'm just proud to be a part of anything y'all got. So love y'all.
You are.
Keep R&B alive, and
we gonna tear it up in about 2 weeks.
I know. I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Finally, after 4 years, look.
Yes.
So we want to thank everybody that watch us, that keep vibing with us, and through these trying times that we are living in, it's glad. We are happy to have folks, and we thank you. And, we got people all around the world watching us, and we appreciate it. So on bended knee, we ask you to bring us some more cousins, okay? Bring some more cousins. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, but today. Okay? Don't wait till the water runs dry. You come and hang out with JR and this damn Jezebel up on this show. And we will catch y'all on the next Catch That. Peace. 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 Bye, y'all.
Bye.